Welcome back. It has been a minute, but we are here to talk that talk, big brother. How are you doing, Jermaine?
I'm doing well. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm COVID free.
Me too. Me too. Thank the Lord. Oh my God. It has definitely been a minute. So I just
Yes.
want to get into it because a lot has happened. I don't think we need to like rehash. Long story short, Pooch is gone. There was some stuff that led up to that, but we want to get to what's really, going on. But yeah, what do you
Okay.
think of the
All right.
episode tonight?
You know what? Tonight's episode gave me life. And you want to know why it gave me life? Because it was like a half a season that happened in one episode. And I was
Yes,
here for it. I was here for all
yes.
of it. It was just nothing but intrigue and a roller coaster ride.
Oh my
And old girl confronted your girl. And it was some bullshit. And it was like, I don't even know how it plays out, but I can't wait. I want to know what
right.
happens.
All of it because you know how like you expect it to be a roller coaster with Big Brother, but like tonight, I don't know. And what's funny is I had like the thing on the watching the live feed stuff, so I knew what was going to happen, but actually to see it and how they edited it, it was great. It was great. So basically, Turner is the HOH, and he has nominated Michael and Brittany. And their plan at this point is just to backdoor Taylor, which is their plan has been that every week, and it hasn't happened. But this is the plan. They're finally going to backdoor Taylor. Nicole is all set to be, she's the festy bestie of Taylor, so she's all down for being on the block and backdoor, which I think is kind of stupid. Just seeing what happened to Pooch, to me, I don't know if I'll be willing to sacrifice myself. Like they really have to not like Taylor to be willing to sacrifice themselves, knowing that you could easily go home like Pooch did. But
They
anyway,
think they think they have control. They really do think they have
ooh.
control of everything right now.
And I'm just wondering how many seasons, and they do say it's different in the house, but how many seasons of Big Brother have they watched where, I mean, y'all, crazy things happen. And it just happened last week. But anyway,
Drunk
so
with power, drunk with
yes,
power.
that's exactly what's happening. And so they're all set, and Nicole is like, okay, I'm good to do whatever it takes to get Taylor out. So I think the next thing, Amira, she goes up to talk to Turner and just kind of sees where he is and offers up, some advice about backdooring Taylor, which has already been in his head, backdooring Taylor. And but if all else fails, Brittany can go, just basically to make sure her and Terrence are safe, which I don't think is a bad thing.
Mhm,
You should
mhm.
talk to the HOH and see where his head is. And, so I didn't think that was a bad thing, but that's where, what she does. And then Monty and Nicole go up and talk to Taylor and basically, you know, kind of reiterate that just to make sure Turner is okay, if I need to be backdoor to get Taylor out, Nicole says, and I'm all for it. I won't be offended at all. I know it's for the good of the house, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So they shift to a scene where Taylor and Munchie talk. You remember that scene where she's talking about colorism and things like that. And the reason that she's so closed off is because she's been misunderstood and hurt. And it sounded like she is a what they call an empath, where she feels a lot for people.
Right, yeah.
So it sounds like she feels for people so much that she doesn't want to talk about herself or inflict any pain on other people, because I guess she's assuming they may feel her pain and she doesn't want
Right,
that on people,
right.
which
I
is so
understand that.
sweet. Yeah, yeah, that was really sweet. And it was a good conversation. And also, she kind of talked about the colorism issue, which is a deal. And just from the live feeds, I guess it got word back that she was talking about colorism, and Jasmine and Amir were like, they were just like, what does that mean? Because we're all discriminated against because we're black, like how dare, she try to bring colorism in this, all this kind of stuff, where, I mean, we all have to agree that there are different levels of privilege. Of course, there's white privilege. There is some light skin privilege. There's American privilege because we live in America. I mean, everybody has like different kind of privilege. So to
First,
ignore,
let's stop. So
okay,
Amira is black?
yes. What did you think
Okay,
she was?
shit, I didn't know what the hell she was. I thought she was
Oh,
Hispanic.
okay. Amir's black, Jasmine is black. I don't know if you knew that. Okay,
I knew that. I
Nicole is
knew,
black.
look, she from Mississippi, so she got to be black. You look, you only white or black in Mississippi. Even if
My
you
girl, I
Hispanic, you
tell you, with that accent, she's definitely. It's the worst, the worst. I can't believe she sit up in there and let her do that every week. But anyway, and Nicole is black, by the way, just in case. I don't know if you
right.
knew that.
Wait, Nicole is black?
Yes.
No, I thought she was Hispanic.
I thought she was, because she said something about being black too, and maybe that was a lie.
She might be a black Hispanic.
Maybe so, but
black Hispanic. Okay.
But yeah. So, but anyway, they had a good talk, and according to the live feeds, that was like a 2-hour conversation that they condensed into that, like, you know.
But hold on, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So, I will concede this, that okay, so I'm dark skinned technically, but I'm not as dark as, let's say, you are.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know just me, I know that you might face especially like even within our own race, you face much more discrimination than I ever would. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
and so at my color, I know this. At their color, they've got to know this. I don't understand why they would say something like that.
They have to know that. So that's what I think is, and I think they hate Taylor so much. And okay, I'm just like, what did she do? Like they literally hate her for existing, because I have seen nothing. You know how like sometimes you might see something like, okay, maybe that's what they don't like, or oh, and it's so bad that like she's literally done nothing. Like you can't even put your finger on what they might have thought she did. But
it was so funny. It was so fun. Look, first off, let me say this: the first half of the show, I didn't hear all of it. Like the conversation that you were talking about when you were saying that, you know, she was an empath, yada yada, all of that. I missed that. I knew that there was a conversation, and I knew that Monty was like, "I'm so glad we had this conversation," but I had no clue what the conversation was about.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Having said all that, what I saw though was I saw her basically saying, "I feel for this girl." I heard her say, "I feel for this girl. I'm so worried about her." Da 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 da. Yeah. And Monty was like, "Didn't she even say, let's pray for her?"
Yes. Yes. Oh my God. Okay. Let's just get to that, because I think all of this other stuff we'll get to. But anyway, the big thing with the show, I mean, this was the biggest thing. And oh, let me tell you this. From the live feed review that I watched, they think that she came out of the diary room crying. So they didn't really make that clear, but she came out of the diary room. When she said clear out of the room, she had come straight from the diary room. So that's why they were like, what is going on? They must have told her something about her mom. And
who is she? Who we talking about?
Oh, this is Nicole. You want to talk go there now? Or okay.
Well, yeah, let's go. I'm like, I need to understand.
Nicole had come straight from the diary rooms and crying. So of course, you know, her mom has cancer. That's what she's talking about. So of course they're thinking she got bad news about her mom. Either her mom died or is very ill or something's going on, because she clears out the room, she's bawling. And according to the live feeds, they think some kind of way, like the questions in the diary room insinuated that she may have been bullying Taylor, or that America, this is what they insinuate. I don't know if it's true, but she comes out of there just bawling about having to throw the comp and her being such a big competitor. And they're like dogging out Taylor. And the way they talked about it on the live feeds, in the other room, everybody's like quiet. You can hear a pin drop because they're so worried about her. She's in there talking about Taylor. And they said this is going on for a while. And she does ask Monty. They didn't play this part that she said, "I'm not a very religious person, but can we pray for her?" They did the "can we pray for her?" They're praying for her while she in there dogging her out. So then they show her like, oh my gosh, you know, to me, and I am outside looking in, but she goes in and just like, oh my gosh, is there anything we can do? Like, take care of yourself. If at any point you need to tap out, do what you need to do best for yourself. That seemed normal, like me caring about my festy bestie, right? So Nicole gets offended. Go ahead.
I just want to say this. I what's her name? Amir. I want to give her this. She was like, that's not what I saw. That is not what I saw. I
She
saw
did do
someone who
that.
just kind of cared about someone else.
Yeah,
But like I wonder, like, okay, so you're playing a game. I understand why Amir really didn't step up, but she tried in the moment. She tried, and
yeah,
and your girl, she just wasn't hearing it. And mm,
yeah. And
mm,
so what was very interesting was her taking that message to Daniel and the other people. It is interesting how you can shift stuff and hear it
mhm,
secondhand. Because when she told them to them, it was basically like passive aggressive and manipulating. What did she call it? Dark energy or some kind of bad energy came in there, and she was just like, if you need to leave the game, do what you need to do. It was kind of like she said it like that, where that was not the tone, that was not how she came out of it. Daniel, hearing it secondhand, gets more pissed than Nicole.
white
And it
savior,
was
white
me.
savior.
You know what though? They said that on the live feeds, they cut it. So this is the first time that anybody actually saw the fight because they cut the live feeds when Daniel started going off. So they didn't know, like, and then people later insinuated, talked about him like going off on her. So that was new for everybody to see, not even the live feeds. But he's going off on her like that's BS, and you gotta, going off on her off of hearsay, by the way, wrong hearsay. And then she's like, and what was so funny, you could tell how innocent she was when she came in there, eating those
With
legs,
them chips in her hand.
and she was just like, I forgot what at first he said. He's like, you need to quit or something. And she was like, eating Lays? She was oh,
It was so. It was so. It's like in that moment, everybody should have been like, "Wait, like, because if she had done something wrong, him saying that should have made her just like react.
yeah.
So everyone in that moment should have known this is not exactly what we think it is.
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
sorry. Please continue.
No, but she was clueless. Like she was really trying to figure out. And then Nicole at this point is like, you need to talk to Daniel about this and blah, blah, blah. She goes to Daniel and get cussed out. And that's when Amir is like, I didn't see any ill intent in what she was saying. He was like, I don't care. You just got to learn how to talk. I mean, he was just, I don't know why he's so angry with her. She's done nothing to him either.
He's trying to ingratiate himself with the girls. He
Yeah.
wants to be with them so that, I mean, he's a guy. He's going to be the first to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Besides maybe Brittany.
Yeah. So anyway, that part made me so upset and I felt so bad. And I love the way they edited it to like going back to showing her like crying in the diary room and all of that kind of stuff. And I mean, I know it was real and all of that really happened, but just to show how crazy, I can't wait for them to go out and just watch that to see how stupid they looked in that situation. I mean, it was ridiculous. So anyway, I want to go back to
But no, let me say before we go, I do want to say this. So when we first started, I said I did not like Taylor, and I did. I said that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you told me something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember exactly what it was. You said something about the lies, and they were saying, like past Big Brother last year, whatever. They came out with a statement, and I was like, maybe they know something that I don't know, and so I shut the fuck up about Taylor. And I just kind of watched and I paid attention. I'm glad I didn't say anything else other than that. And you kind of stopped me from saying something else too. Yeah. You did, because I was about to say something silly. And you was like, you might not want to do that.
Backlash. And I mean, I can't say, like we're judging day one, we're judging off of kind of what we see and just maybe little things. But at that point, she had done nothing specifically. You're just kind of judging, but they've lived in this house with her for 21 days. You can't, and they keep saying things like, excuse me, saying things like, I specifically heard her target so-and-so. I specifically heard her. And I mean, yeah, everybody's saying stuff. Everybody's targeting things, but nothing to make them, I think they have to have somebody to target. And it's just like, well, let me just jump on the bandwagon. But for Nicole and
they do
like hate her that much.
What is so bad for her is that she doesn't have anybody that she's like connected to. And the closest person that she's connected to is what's his name? White goofy boy. What's his name? Michael.
Michael.
That's the closest person that she's connected to.
You think so? You think Taylor is closest with?
That's the closest person besides probably Monty, but Monty is not gonna stick his neck out for her. Not like he's
Yeah.
gonna vote. He's gonna vote to keep her, but he's not
Mhm.
gonna stick his neck out. You
Yeah,
know what
he's
I'm
not.
saying? And
Actually,
so
I would think it was Joshua, and maybe because of what I'm hearing on the live feed.
no. He hasn't done it yet, and so he won't.
No, not that he would stick his neck out, but I thought she was closest to him in the house. But honestly, I don't think she's not really close to anybody at this point, unfortunately, just due to
And that is the bad thing about this.
yeah.
It sucks that a lot of people can see that she's not the bad person in all of this,
Mhm.
but they're just unwilling to, help her.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but that may change. That may change because the guys, it starts off with the guys upstairs talking, and Alyssa, of course, and they don't show this that much, but apparently Alyssa is like so into Kyle, and Kyle like can't talk to any other girls, or she's like on him or crying. Yes, they haven't really showed that part, but apparently Alyssa is so into Kyle that if she sees him talking to Taylor or talking to other girls, she's like, why are you talking to them? Like literally that girl. Yeah. And
Are
he's
you
just
serious?
like, I'm so
No.
serious. They're just like he came and told the guys, he was like, I can't. This probably is on Twitter, a clip of him saying, I can't do this for 90 days. Yeah, he was just like, we haven't kissed, we haven't done anything. Like, it's not even really a showman. I like her, but I don't know. But anyway, she's giving him information. So she definitely
Oh,
dropped.
that's why he really wants to get rid of her.
No. I'm talking about Alyssa and Kyle. So Alyssa.
Alyssa.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Like
Alyssa?
Yeah, Alyssa and Kyle. They're the ones.
Lord
yeah, she's the one that's doing
Jesus.
this. Yeah.
Oh, that's the one who opened them out and telling them about the Girls Alliance.
Yeah,
She's so fucking stupid.
Right. Oh my gosh. And so he playing that goofy role, but he's pretty good. So, he's just like, oh wow, But anyway, so he has that information that he can take back. And after Pooch left, all the guys are getting together and it's like, you know what? These girls are gonna take us out one by one. And I can't believe they didn't pull in Taylor or Brittany because they're gonna need, they need those to balance. But anyway, go ahead.
Now look, I was all for a Girls Alliance. I really was. Until all this shit, I'm with you. They should have pulled Taylor in just a little more close. They really should have. And your girl Brittany, I ain't gonna lie, she kind of fucked over herself. She fucked over herself just a little bit.
Did.
Now I will say this about this new alliance, the Leftovers. Is Brittany really with the Leftovers, or is she still? Because she's in two other alliances. Mm-hmm. So what your girl gonna do?
I think Brittany is she is one of the ones that you got to watch out for because you have to be out for yourself, but you have to be wise about it. Because when she went to Pooch and was like, I forgot. Oh, did she say put a mirror up? Something she said. Of course, he goes back and tell Amira. Amira confronts her, and so that was kind of she's wishy-washy.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I do think she feels better about the Leftovers because they have the numbers, and she was on the outs of the other alliance,
the Girls Alliance. She really was.
Yeah. So I feel like she may be at least, good enough for this week. And I feel good about the Leftovers. So I'm hoping.
And I like the fact that they have girls and guys. And you also in the Leftovers you have some people that at least the other side of the house hate, and so that makes it interesting.
Yeah. So they had they formed at this point, but anyway they all got together. Oh, and what was funny too in the live feeds I heard was that remember how like quickly Taylor went up to the room or whatever after
the HOH room.
Yeah, when he was just like, we got to talk later. Apparently, they have been trying to get Taylor up to that HOH room for, when I mean like all night, like she was talking to different people or she went to the kitchen. They were trying to like signal to her, come to the HOH room now, but she wasn't, I guess because nobody talks game with her, she's not thinking that they're actually trying to get her to come talk game. And so she's missing all the clues, everything. And so finally, like, I think it's like 2 or 3 in the morning. It's like very early in the morning that she finally goes up there and they like, finally, he's up here. And I really like how they, acknowledged that she had been treated bad in the house, how Kyle was like, you know what, they treat you bad, girl. And I'm noticing that. And so, it's time to go, and do this. The leftover game. I love everything about it so far.
And something else. I liked the fact that they came up with the idea.
Mm-hmm.
They brought the two of them in, the two of them meaning Brittany and Taylor.
Yeah.
But they basically said, look, we would like to form this together right now. This is our reasoning why. So it's not like a situation where, at least I don't feel a situation where it's the guys plus Taylor and Brittany. Like I'm not feeling it.
Is, but I think they're actually including them. And somebody said, if you're not there when it's formed, you're really not part of the alliance. You know how, like, I think was it Posh Pack where they kind of got people later. It was like, hey, look, we have this alliance. You want to be a part? And it's like, you're not really a part. They just kind of trying to figure out who can get the numbers and stuff. So I'm excited about that. I don't even know if we need to talk about this veto competition other than Jasmine.
Look, I was like, this girl is dying. She's dying. But what did she do? What did she do to pass out like that? I couldn't figure it out.
I have no idea. I don't know if it's her anxiety that she just couldn't, and to me, like, honestly, I feel like you can't be afraid of heights and do Big Brother. Like, that should have been on the application, because
why is she even on this show?
How many competitions are you up in the air hanging for hours or climb? I mean, so I don't know how long she's gonna last being afraid of heights.
They need to get her out, or just like keep her knowing that she's gonna lose everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She's like another Terrence. She's a female Terrence.
Oh my! I can't believe she got HOH. But I mean, it was like
she was eating.
You know what? Wait a minute. Do they add the squeak to her? They are so wrong. They add a squeak. I'm like, y'all wrong for that. I know that scooter is not that squeak. But yeah, that's the only thing I want to talk about with the veto. Of course, Michael and Brittany won. And
but hold up. So it was very clear to me who else. It was Brittany. Brittany was giving Michael some clues. Do this, do that, do this, do that. But Nicole wasn't. And I thought that was kind of shisty.
It was very and of course her plan was to throw the competition. But
I don't give a fuck. Yeah, you got to play to win all the time.
All the time, because you don't know. Like, that's what I was like. To me, honestly, people who throw the competitions, they end up going out, fairly soon. It's just like, you got to play to win no matter what, So, and it still would have worked out for the leftovers because, well, no, they could have left the nominations the same. So I scratched that. But anyway, yeah, she was giving her nothing. And I'm just like, okay, it's not that, it's a team thing. But anyway, Nicole is getting on my nerves. And according to the live feeds, the hot mess, like, she's always going off on people. Yes, going off on people. And like the way she went off on Taylor, that's just like an inkling of what she does. Like, or she got, and one day she got mad and fell out of the hammock. I don't know if you saw that trending one day.
No. We need to look. We need to. This is what we need to do. This is what we need to do. I need to take some ownership when I'm in my little training and I'm not paying attention. I need to be on these Twitter feeds, and I need to be, and I just need to record it so we can show it and so we can laugh, because I need
to bookmark some. I'll do better about sending you the bookmark so that we can show some of these things. Yeah, but they did not show the veto, but not the veto, but the veto ceremony. But at this point, it looks like Ameerah and Terrence are going to be nominated.
Let's do it. Okay. Oh shit! Everything is falling. Let's do the math. Let's figure out where the votes gonna lie. Because Pooch is out. Who else is out?
Pooch is out, and Paloma is out. Yes.
All right. So who's vote? So Alyssa is going to vote to get rid of Terrence.
Right.
Brittany is gonna vote to hopefully get rid of Ameerah.
Yeah, she should be Ameerah.
Let's do this because I'm already off.
Yeah, you add them up.
And Ameerah. Okay.
Basically, we can also call all the leftovers Ameerah, unless they're trying to.
Well, so it's 7 on the leftovers, right?
It is.
So that means
Yeah.
5 can't vote. I mean, not only 5 can vote.
Well, let me give you another spoiler.
Okay.
I'm hearing that Nicole and Daniel are coming up with a bright idea that this may be a good opportunity to get Amira out. So this is their idea. So if they make it seem like it's their idea, it still will keep the leftovers hidden, and they can just add to the quote unquote numbers. But that was just what I heard on the live feed today.
Why is Daniel thinking about this?
Thinking about getting Amira out.
Yes, I need to understand the logic behind it.
Well, I mean, they're thinking like end of the game, like, okay, they're on the block between Amir and Terrence. Do we take this opportunity to get a target out? You know, like you consider once people are on the block, you consider, okay, Terrence is definitely like the easy vote, but do we want to actually get out a competitor? And that's what they're thinking, not knowing that the leftovers exist.
So I understand that. Like if like Nicole thinking that makes perfect sense. Daniel thinking that though does not make perfect sense. And let me tell you why. Because he's in alliance, he's technically in the alliance with the girls, right? Technically. And so
yeah, but you know him and Nicole are final two.
Irregardless, even though that's not a word, irregardless. So him doing that, I'm assuming though that they're talking to other girls. That's my assumption.
That I don't know. I'm thinking what I saw on the live feeds, it was just them two talking like in the
just the two of them talking.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this was just like, I think right after, well, no, maybe not right after the nominations, but at some point, you know, I think they're just kind of talking, but you know, things change from hour to hour on Big Brother. So
listen, Brittany. Let's just say Daniel is gonna vote for Terrence.
Okay.
All right. And Indy is gonna vote for Terrence. Jasmine gonna vote for Terrence.
Yeah.
Pooch is out. Kyle is gonna vote for Amir.
Mm-hmm.
Joseph gonna vote for Amir.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew and
Turner.
Michael and
Turner can't vote.
Who can't vote?
Turner. He's
HOH. That's right. He's the HOH. All right, and then Monty, and then Nicole.
We can give her to Terrence just to see.
It's gonna be a tie.
No, wait a minute.
It's gonna be a tie. Matthew gonna break the tie.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Hold up. So, wait a minute. How many? Who do you have? Taylor, Monty, Michael, Joseph, Kyle, and Brittany. 6, 1.
No, not Taylor would be no, not Taylor.
Taylor's gonna vote for Amir.
No, but Taylor is up.
No, Taylor is not up. Oh, sorry. Spoiler alert. Amir and Terrence are on the block.
Dog it.
Sorry.
I have T and A, and some kind of way my brain said Taylor and Amir. All right, so okay. Terrence and Amir. All right.
Yeah, because they're besties.
So for Terrence, I said Alyssa would vote. Not Brittany. Alyssa, Daniel, Indy, Jasmine, Nicole. How many is that?
That's 5.
Okay. And then for Amir, that would be Kyle, Joseph, Michael, Monty, Taylor.
And then did you say Brittany?
Oh, yeah. Brittany. I didn't say Brittany. Okay, Brittany. Let's do it one more time. Okay. Brittany, Kyle, Joseph, Michael, Monty, and Taylor.
Okay, that's 6.
That's 6?
Yeah.
That's 6 by itself?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Show you right. Matthew don't even have to vote.
Break the tie, yeah.
So that by itself, they're basically saying we're running this shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, so them girls gonna be sick.
Oh my gosh. And you know, this is another spoiler alert. Apparently the leftovers can win Oscars because like Amir and Terrence, you know, on the block, and they're like playing the part like, oh my gosh, you know, Turner went rogue, or he just what was he thinking? Or even I think it was even one thing that Turner mistakenly put them on the block. It's all kind of crazy stuff going around, but it's exciting. So I can't wait to see.
What the hell? What you talking about? Win Oscars?
Oh, so like, they knew all about the Blind Side. All of the leftovers knew about the Blind Side, but the girls, everybody's acting like they were shocked about this. Yeah, so they have to act it up like, oh my gosh, like,
Oh, you mean with Matthew nominating them?
yeah, with the Blind
Okay,
Side.
okay.
Yeah, they're we
Okay.
haven't seen the Oscar winning performances yet, and I don't know if they're going to show them, but apparently they're doing a great job.
Oh, as they should.
Yeah,
Shit.
that's how you play the game. So
Yeah.
it's exciting, and I don't know how long these leftovers will last, or how. I think they have a high probability of staying under the radar because of the mix of people. Like, even it's a couple of clips of people saying like, literally, like, those are the people on the outside. Like, there's no way they'll get together. Like, they're thinking that.
Uh-huh.
So it's interesting.
See,
That's one flaw. Go ahead.
this has always been my thing about Big Brother. Always, always, always been my thing about Big Brother.
Mhm.
If you know, if you sense, if ain't nobody talking to you about being in an alliance, you not in an alliance.
Right.
Why are you not talking to the other people who you know are not in an alliance,
Hmm.
and make your own? Even if your alliance is smaller, at the very least, you all are working together,
Yes. Even for
right?
a short term. Yeah. So I
I
do
don't
like
understand it.
that they caught on to that while they still had enough time to, because sometimes they catch on and they don't have any
Too late.
power, so it's too late.
Mhm.
It's too late. They have, and this was literally, I think Michael said that this was our last opportunity to flip things because we would have lost our numbers this week. So
Mhm. Mhm.
yes, yes, yes. So that's exciting.
So this is what I would like for the leftovers to do. I would like the leftovers to talk to Terrence. And here's why. Terrence
Okay.
is basically a floater. He's
Yeah.
basically a floater. What the fuck is Terrence gonna do? And so that's a vote for them, right?
Yeah.
And if I were them, what I would say is, hey, look, Terrence. And not even tell who all is part of your group. Not even say that. Just be like, look, bro, I don't know what the fuck is happening. But we need to work. We need to work together because even though I think Terrence is like he's going with whoever
Yeah.
talking to him. That's who he going with. But I really think that's what they ought to do. Because pretty soon even Terrence is gonna understand that shit has flipped.
Yeah.
And what they need constant numbers. They need
Mhm.
constant numbers. Even
Yeah.
though Terrence is not in their group, that's a number.
Yeah. I think, but I was gonna say, I thought you were gonna say add him to the alliance. I don't think they
No,
need any more
no,
people in there, but yeah,
no.
definitely
Mm-mm.
get him to work with them, not knowing he's working with them. But I do agree with
Mhm.
that. I agree with
Mhm.
that. But yeah, it's a exciting season of Big Brother. I don't know what's gonna happen with this Festy Best. They come up with some crazy stuff, but the Festy Bestie, when they lose their bestie, what that reward would be. We know it's not immunity, so we do know that, but we don't know what they'll do. But we'll find
Michelle,
out.
I feel like I'm not into this game. I feel like I'm not into this game.
I
Years
wasn't
past.
until like the last week or so. I feel like I'm more into it. Maybe because I'm seeing what's happening outside of the, what do they call them? The fans versus the casuals. That's why I'm not a casual. So I feel more invested. I was losing momentum when it was just like seemed like they were just gonna be knocking at Taylor and knocking people out. Yeah. And usually I'm honestly root for everybody black. But this season, I'm just like, let's just play the game. Let's just play the
Uh-huh.
game.
Uh-huh.
And also, I think my cousin posted this. Like, I always wanted a girl alliance, and we finally get one, and I don't like the girls. It's like, oh my gosh, this is not the girl alliance we wanted. But,
I feel it. I feel it. I
yeah.
feel it. I
But
feel
it's
it.
exciting. Big Brother.
It is. It is. It is. So since we've been gone for like 2 weeks, Michelle,
Mm-hmm.
do you think we can get together once more?
We probably could. I'm honestly,
Give me time to like freshen up and get with the game.
yes. Honestly, every night except for, I think, well, probably tomorrow and Sunday. But other than that, Friday or Saturday, I could do something.
So when is the next showing of Big Brother?
Tomorrow. They'll
Tomorrow?
show something tomorrow.
But
It'll-
tomorrow is what you can't do, right?
yeah, it'll have to be really late tomorrow. So probably
What's
but Friday
really
I
late?
can do,
What's
like
really late?
11-ish.
Oh, that's good. That's
That's
good
it?
for me. I don't know if that's good for you.
Okay. Let me see. Cause I gotta watch it and yeah.
Okay, well then
We'll
maybe
see it tomorrow. What about your Friday?
unless I got a date, because
Oh, okay. Well, but even honestly, we could do earlier, like during the day or
Oh
something
no,
like
no,
that.
no. I'm going to Austin. I'm going to Austin
Friday?
on Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's tentatively maybe tomorrow. If not, we'll be back next Wednesday. Yeah. Or Monday. I can do Monday.
Monday? Okay.
Yeah.
Monday.
That's another
Monday
option.
works.
So cool.
All right, y'all.
See y'all on Monday.